Hey everybody, welcome to another Things and Stuff review, the show where we review things and stuff. And today we're going to be checking out the Polar Lights 1/1000 scale pre-painted Klingon D7 Battle Cruiser. Now, I'm doing this because I haven't seen a YouTube video. I didn't actually look very hard. So this could be completely pointless, and there could be an excellent review out there already. But I was very curious about this. I hadn't really seen many examples of these pre-painted kits built up. They make, of course, the Klingon D7 as we see here, and then they also make the Enterprise in 1/1000 scale, and then they did a couple of the Cadet series ships, or in 2500 scale, with the Aztecing and stuff like that. I think there's a D7, TOS Enterprise, Reliant, Defiant. I think that's it. Or am I forgetting one? I don't know. They have those. But yeah, this guy I picked up because I saw it at Hobby Lobby. Not for big old price, $35, but for a delicious price of $12.59, which is already discounted from... it's not coming out. Anyway, I think it was like 20-something. So I had to pick it up, and I was just kind of curious to check it out. I haven't opened it yet, but basically it's a pre-painted kit of the old D7 kit. So it requires no glue or paint. Well, not old. What am I saying? I think the D7 came out in 2004, 2005, somewhere around there was the original release, and it's been updated a little bit since then. They changed the stand because they re-released it as the Romulan Battle Cruiser, so it has the bird on the bottom, so it's kind of like it's supposed to be the one from the remastered episode of the Enterprise incident, which is pretty awesome, where the Romulans were using Klingon cruisers. So they changed that because it used to have those peg hole things, which I hated because they were plastic and they would always break off on this and the Enterprise kits. So I'm glad they switched this around, and it's cool because it's not really an intrusive stand, so it doesn't, especially for the bird on the Romulan ship, won't break up, won't put a big giant hole in that awesome graphic. So, but yeah, it looks decent from the outside. We'll open it up and check it out. They had this guy. Whoops, sorry. They had this guy, the Bird of Prey, the old 350 Bird of Prey kit, and I know they had at one point the TOS pre-painted Enterprises on sale at Hobby Lobby because I'd seen them at multiple ones, but when I went there I didn't see any of the TOS Enterprises. So, but you might look around and see what's going on. So it looks like we've got vacuum sealed the top of the bridge section, the neck, and then the top of the main hull. Nothing under there. Then we have a couple bags of parts. We've got our silver parts, which are kind of a matte silver. We've got the back section, or rear drive, whatever you want to call it. And now we've got various of the kind of light blue color. Now this looks like, okay, so this I think is just cast or molded in this color, so it's molded in that kind of light blue. And I believe, yeah, this is too. And then they've got the Klingon graphics, but I think these, let me look really quick. Yeah, it looks like these guys are painted, so these ones are painted, and then so are these ones, I believe, so kind of interesting. And then we, of course, have our little base. So what else we got? We got our directions. Wow, these look simple on there. It's more simple than the original instructions. Well, I guess they don't have to have decal instructions. So just front and back. Boom, you're done. All right. Let's build it. Let's build it. Okay, here we go. Let's get this. Let me get it out of the bags first. I feel like we're already missing a piece. I'm going to be a downer, but I think we're missing. Not critical to the model, though. I don't see. It's supposed to be a little tiny black piece that goes with this, so this can plug in, otherwise it just kind of flops around. I guess it's like that. But, I guess I can, it'll work for our purposes, either that or I can harvest one from the Romulan stand or whatever for fun. Okay, so what do we got here? We got our main hull. Oh, maybe it's this. Ah, it's this piece right here. Never mind. Or unless that's the inside piece. What is happening? What is happening? I have no idea. Oh, well, maybe I'll read the instructions and we will find an answer to that. They'll just be fantastic now, won't it? Alright, so we got all our little parts laid out. There's the other neck, got the secondary hull, all that stuff. Or main hull, whatever, big hull. So let's start with the directions, and it looks like, oh cool, looks like you do get, in the original kit there were two pieces for, two different sets of pieces for the front of the hull. So you got one that's ribbed and then one that's smooth. This one's telling me to use 10, 12, 11, and 12, which I guess are these. And this is 11A and 12A. So I'm going to go with 11 and 12. I'm going to follow the directions for once. Now, am I really loud? I'm sorry. I need to get a mic. I keep saying that and I never do. So I'll try to back away from the camera because my face is right near it. Anyway, what was I saying? The cool thing with this is, since most of it isn't painted, if you wanted to, you could probably just strip off the painted and the decals and probably just, you know, paint it like a regular kit. Or it's, you probably want to take that off, even sand some of that off. So, for getting it for such a good price, it's easy build up. The decals are going to be the problem, but there's plenty of resources for Klingon decals. Let's see. Do I have to do that first? No. Alright. It's a little, I'm sure this is going to be a very attractive build, jostling around and snap fitting stuff. Let's see, you know, those could probably use a little. Now, I'm not going to glue it right now because I think I might repaint it, I might not in the future. Just for build purposes right now, we'll just snap fit it together. But typically, even on the snap fit kits, I would glue it all together just because, you know, then you get crap falling off and that's no fun. Yeah. So what else is going on? Maybe talk about something more interesting than just watching me clip things. Wonderfest. Let's talk a little about Wonderfest Star Trek model news. Did we all see that Defiant? The picture of the Defiant, the 1/1000 scale Defiant. That is going to be freaking sweet. I'm already going to buy like 3 of them at least for some reason. Regular Defiant, the Valiant, and the, well, there's the Sao Paulo, and then there's what should have been the second Defiant, and there's ISS Defiant, but when they had the Sao Paulo at the very end, and they just, you know, renamed it Defiant, so it was like, what was even the point of destroying it? Oh, we just got it back. Especially when they used stock footage again, so it was the exact same. What I felt like they should have done, but they didn't want to spend the money on it, obviously, is rename it at least NCC instead of NX, or do what it's 7845, I can't remember what it is, but the registry and A, you know, in the tradition of Enterprise A and stuff like that. So, I don't know. Maybe that's just me. But it'd be still kind of fun to do that on a 1/1000 scale kit, and I figure with a 1/1000 scale kit, that can't be very big for a Defiant, and can't be too expensive, so pretty much you've got unlimited playground there to try out some different things without investing too much money in it, so that's pretty cool. Alright, we're going to call that kind of snapped in there. I'm getting some, I think it's just, sorry about that. Just clean this out just a hair. A bit more, and maybe it'll fit. Unless I'm not looking hard enough. Alright, that's good enough. I bet it'll pop out, but oh well. Let's just take a look really quick. There's no real, it's kind of a pin, injector pin thing that's preventing it from closing all the way. So I might, well, later I'll go back and fix that, but it's not really any like tree hole things on these parts. At least I haven't seen any on the outside, so maybe they molded it on the inside, so that's pretty cool. Alright, so what do we got next? We got the Hangar Bay / Impulse Deck Engineering, I guess. One thing I always... See, okay, here's a question. Was this ever on the outside? I think this is supposed to go inside the shuttle bay. Does anybody know anything about that? Because I don't know. Because, I mean, it's like, it would fit, and that's what I'm doing with the one I'm building. Because it's like, it's clearly like, there's supposed to be some kind of cool, like, shuttle bay-like detail in there. And if you just chop off the door, then you can see, like, the little, like, ribbed ceiling and stuff like that. So I'm wondering if this decal is supposed to be in here. But all the directions and builds I typically see of it, everybody puts it on top. So maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. Let's see. Yeah. These ones have a little bit of flash on them. Well, not necessarily flash, but I think the paint made them a lot. I mean, this paint feels really matte, or it almost has not a texture, but it's like, I don't know if that makes any sense. A little bit of a grit. All right, let's just do this. It seems like one that would scratch or like have, you know, get marks on it. Let's just widen those just a hair. And I'll have to do that over here. Or else just move it there. Well, that's close-ish, or kind of. So, it looks like there's a bit more cleanup work to do, but let's just go with it for right now. There's that. Then what do we got? We got to do the side thingies. I don't know my Klingon technical terms, and I'm disappointed in myself because it seems like something I would know. I know it's fake. Now, one thing you'll notice on this is, since it is attached to the sprue, you're going to have a little nub mark. Oh, come on. You're going to have a little nub mark there from cutting it off, which unfortunately is on the... Oh, no, it isn't. Is it? Oh, yeah. Oh, no. At least it'll be on the bottom. Okay. I always get how these guys go mixed up, but at least it'll be on the bottom, so that's not too bad, I guess. At the least, you could probably get a similar matching silver, or of course repaint it, but get a nice kind of dull aluminum, or dull silver. Just probably even regular silver, but it's a little dull. So look at that. That's a nice looking piece right there. And we'll go ahead and pop that on. Cool, cool. Yeah, and on these painted parts, I'm noticing the fit's a little dubious. And that's kind of one of the problems. I mean, you can't really avoid that with these kind of pre-painted snap fit kits is seam lines. Because really, if you want to get rid of the seam lines, unfortunately, you got to paint the thing. So that's just the way it is, unfortunately. But for someone who's a beginner and just wants a fun weekend project, or, you know, teaching kids how to do models and stuff like that, very simple, basic stuff, and they'll have a decent, neat-looking model of a cool ship. These pre-painted kits are not too bad. I mean, it's all we got for Trek. Star Wars, of course, has the Revell stuff, which is... and then the Bondi stuff, which is... So, there's plenty of Star Wars stuff. But, of course... I guess Star Trek's for the elderly or something, I don't know. Now, even though I'm not... Well, I'll just call myself elderly. Let's just pretend. I don't know, now I'm just rambling. So, filler, pointless filler. Yay. Alright. There's our back impulse deck, and you can see that's where the little stand hole goes, which kind of goes right through the impulse area, but yeah, I think I like that better than I'll wait to see that, than having the hole in the bottom, so it's not too bad. Alright, now we're going to start on the bridge section. Sorry. And we're going to need you and you. Yeah, wow, look at those pin thingies, injector pin thingies on the back of those. What else do we need? We got to have those two. Could probably organize this better, but I mean, you've seen my workbench. Does it look like I do any organizing? Every so often. More often than you would think, but less often than I would hope. Alrighty. Oh, that's nice. When you clip them off, they have the part numbers on the back of them, which is cool, in case you get them mixed up. So we've got 120... Oh, and they're the same part numbers, so I guess that doesn't matter. 128 looks like the... angles face backwards. See, I was used to the Micro Machine, which I guess probably was based off that old AMT kit where it had the green sides and stuff like that, or inserts. And then it had that weird graphic. Where was that from? Where they got that? It's on. I think it's on the AMT kit, and then it shows up on the animated series, I think. And then it's on the Micro Machine, but there's that rib detail or whatever right here. It's always interesting. In fact, I believe on the original release kit that comes with the animated series Romulan Cruiser decals, not the new one with the big bird on the bottom, but like the little wings that you can put on the top. I think it has those rib things as decals, so maybe it was an animated series thing. Alrighty. Oh. Wait, what? Oh. Oh! Ow! Is that loud? Sorry. Ah, we got shafted on a part. Unless it fell off somewhere. Yep. Oh well. Crap. Yeah, we got this little nub right here, but it looks like we're missing... unless it rolled somewhere. I don't think it did. It looks like we're missing that little piece right there. But that's not too bad. I think I can live with that. I think I can live with that. Unless I'm pretty sure it's not. If you see it in the camera and I don't, that's very sad for me. But I think I can just go back at some point and put some styrene in there, a little styrene rod or something. That's not too bad. Of all the pieces that I'd want to be missing, I guess, or can live with missing, it's probably that one. So, oh well. And you pop in there. Cool, cool. And then what else we got? Where's this dude? Oh, yeah. Roll. There's that. Alright, what do we got left? We got the neck. Oh, better put in the torpedo launcher, deflector dish thingy. On some things it seems to be a deflector dish, on other things it seems to be a torpedo launcher. Oh, it stayed in there. And so you can take a look, sorry about that, a little quick at the little paint apps on there. And I'm glad they did the two-tone paint scheme like the studio model, or similar to the studio model, rather than just make it gray or whatever. Kind of way the Micro Machine or the AMT kit always seem to be. Pop that guy in there. All right. Now we get to switch to page 2. Fold this up a bit. Now we got to do the nacelles. So we'll just chop everything off. Everybody keeps talking about Gundam Planet clippers. Are they really that good relative? These are Zuron, so they seem to be like made for that stuff. Or is that just everybody's buying the Gundam Planet ones? Or something. I don't know. I don't even know where that subject came from. Okay, here's a question. Since we're just kind of starting this, you know, kind of build through thing, what is more interesting? I assume not the whole thing, which I'm probably going to leave in, but like what format for like a build thing like this is best? Like I kind of like the, if I'm, I don't know, just kind of like tuning in and out, like the speed through till something happens, but you see everything, or just like clips of the highlights, or, you know, I don't know. It's been an interesting question that I've wondered while doing this. Little note, the pinhole injectors thingies needed to be cut out of this one. Let's see if they have to do the same on this one. Yeah, it looks like there too, otherwise it won't fit in the Medingus, well, aka warp engine, or whatever they called it in the animated series. What did they call the Klingon warp drive in the animated series? S2 graph unit or something, roughly equivalent to our warp drive. Okay, right. Aw, dang it. I should pay attention to what I'm doing. Gotta get in this little guy right here. 27, 24. Which one's which? Another case of I should pay attention to the directions. There we go. Those ones aren't labeled on the back. I think that's right. Right? Yeah, let's just go with it. Let's just go with it. Almost done. Let me check her out. Oh, drats. Did I miss that piece too? Oh, I did. That one I could just hopefully snap right in there. So what else is going on? Oh, yes. Defiant. We were talking about the Defiant from Wonderfest, and then also it looks like they're re-releasing the Galler class, the Cardassian ship. So that'll be pretty cool. And it looks like there was a big thing of Aztecing decals sitting next to it on the model table, so that'll be nice. Get all that cool, well, Aztecing detail on there. I like that ship for the most part. I liked the filming miniature. I did not like the CG version. Like, it was, I don't know. Maybe I'm just being stingy with CG, but the miniature was pretty cool, especially when they lit the, like, deflector thing blue. It always looked pretty cool. I don't even think they lit it blue on the show. I think that was always in, like, the production images, but I could be wrong. I was wrong on the last episode about something, and I can't remember what it was. Oh, I think I cut it out, so there you go. I thought that the Reliant Bozeman showed up in an episode, but it did not. Other than, or the Bozeman showed up in another episode, but it was just cause and effect. Alright, there we go. Beautiful. Beautiful. We got all our sub-assemblies done. Very simple, so now all we have to do is put them together. Where'd that little thingy go? Let's get this over here. There's a little plug. Looks like it has some seam line business to clean up. Too worried about it. You could probably paint it black just to make it not so obvious on there, make it match with the base. And plug that in there. Beautiful. Alrighty. Let's get this guy together. Start with the engines. I think this area I always hated on the old kit. Well, it's in there pretty well. Or the original version of the kit anyway. I don't know about old one. Sorry. And hopefully snapping this in won't send the nacelles flying off, which really sent something flying off. Oh, that front piece. You know, let's just go ahead and... Yeah, that paint really made these a lot more tight. Alright, oh, that's not too bad. Hey, this thing doesn't look too bad. Not too shabby. Alright, and... oh. Hold on. Hold on. Almost done. Get this guy together. Hopefully I remember to do maybe just a skip to the finished build thing. So you don't have to sit through all this business. So yeah, this front piece is being a pain. Alrighty. There we go. Oh, look at that. Klingon Battle Cruiser. That is glorious. I mean, for a snap-together kit, that's not too bad. I don't think that looks too bad for A, snap-together, and B, like a pre-painted thing. So, I mean, you got some really nice detail on it. Of course, you got the seam lines. I mean, that kind of is what it is, especially with the design of it. But, little graphics and all sorts of things. I don't notice those little triangles. Those are cool. Let's check the back out. Very cool. Wow. So yeah, I'm definitely going to have to go back, open this back up, and get rid of those thingies, whatever they're called. Injector pin marks. Alright. Well, there she is. The Klingon Battle Cruiser from Polar Lights. The snap-together version, pre-painted, all finished up and on her stand, and looks pretty nice, I gotta say. So, I mean, if you really wanted it, you could pick it up at the retail price, but right now I'd say go hunt them down at Hobby Lobby if they're going to be 12 bucks, because that's a smoking deal for a cool ship. And then, like I said, you want to repaint it, that shouldn't be too hard. Probably Purple Power, take this stuff off, or some kind of cleaner, and all that. So yeah, that's pretty cool. I'm digging it. I'm digging it. Let's put couple comparisons up just to show you. Alright, for a couple comparisons, here she is to a 1/1000 scale ship. In this case, the USS Potemkin. And another compatriot, a Romulan cruiser or bird of prey. Just ignore those. It's a whole thing. It's a whole thing. It's not even worth explaining. But there you go. That looks better, even though it's upside down. But yeah, pretty cool. And then got to show it with a previous model, the D6, the Starfleet Museum version of the D6, available from UGG Models. So yeah, that's been a little look at the D7. Pretty cool kit. I would definitely recommend picking one up, especially if you can get a hold of one of the older kits, because there's a lot of cool decal options that you can do. That's some of these for the animated series 1 that I put on there. And yeah, you can do, there's a couple different variations they have for that, or even the newer one has the awesome bird on the bottom and stuff like that. And they both include, of course, Klingon decals. So, and be cool to do a couple different ones. Like this one's kind of painted more like the filming model, but then I see a lot of people do them kind of more of a gray like this, and they both look freaking awesome. You could do a modernized version or the Trials and Tribulations version with the, well, kind of like this, kind of feather details on it and stuff like that. So, yeah, there's a lot of options. Or do a Federation captured one, or, you know, pretty much your creativity is the limit. So, but yeah, like I said, that's that. That's that. Boom. Check it out. Check it out. If I remember, yes, there's links in the description below for this version and the old one and then the current one that's released. So if you want to check those out. And yeah, check us out the Facebook page and like and subscribe and all that YouTubedness and all that stuff. So anyway, take care everybody, and we'll see you next time for the next things and stuff.